Well, good morning and welcome to the Oneness Wellness Lifestyle Show. I'm your host, Shafat, RJ in the financial world. I want to welcome you this morning. We're so happy, grateful, and thankful that you're here. You know, I always start with gratitude in the morning, gratitude in the afternoon, gratitude in the evening. I want to welcome everybody who's watching on Facebook, whether you're watching this live or it's a replay. I'm certainly glad that you're here. We are here on our Wealth Flow Friday financial freestyle. And so what do? We talk about how money works. We talk about the conversation that is most necessary, even though it's not one that's very popular. So that doesn't matter, because whether it's popular or not, everybody spends money every day, right? And so money is part of the intrinsic built-in mechanism of how this society that we live in works at this time in history. So it hasn't always been that way, and we're going to talk about some of that. So what am I going to share? How would you like to learn? How would you like to learn some things that you thought were true that are not true? And if I can show you, tell you, teach you, lead you, guide you, direct you to where the truth is, when would you want to know that? That becomes the question. When would you want to know the truth if what you believe is true now is not true? So how money works fits in that category. Now, gotta take a pause for the cause, right? Gotta make sure that we are saluting and thanking those who are making this show possible. So the a very exciting, wonderful sponsors that we have for the show is the Black Leadership Breakfast. Every third Saturday of the month, the Black Leadership comes together and produces a remarkable event where we Black leaders show up and talk to everyone in the community. It's not just for Black people, it's for everybody, but it's past time that we as African Americans, we as Black people in this country, we as those of us who understand the more indigenous part of us, it's time for us to stand up, those who are melanin dominated, okay, and move our households and communities to where we want them to be. This is not a fight, right? This is not to be against anyone else. It really is about being for ourselves. So how about that? Is that not acceptable? Doesn't matter. We have to do it because we're the only ones who are going to lift us up. Okay? And so the Black Leadership Breakfast happens in the Salisbury area every third Saturday of the month. If you'd like more information, you call my number. It is 224-325-4649. 224-325-4649. Get in touch with us. Let's talk about the type of leadership that we want to create for ourselves and move our households and families and business forward to create legacy in our community. That's what it's about. All right, so our Wealth Flow Financial Friday Freestyle also is sponsored by the Rowan Cabarrus Community College. Rowan Cabarrus Community College. Folks over there are very gracious. We're partnering with them with regard to the North Carolina Manufacturing Institute, providing job training and career development. Job training and career development. That was really was so outstanding to me about this project, this program, is that you can actually get training for free. It will train you on a scholarship. You don't have to pay any money, right? When we talk about how money works, it's always great to use other people's money. So here's an opportunity where you can use somebody else's money to, which means you leveraging what they're offering, and now you can go get yourself some training, and they will give you the ability, once you are trained, to interview some manufacturers and see where you might want to go work. And not only is it in manufacturing, but what about nursing and coding and so many other professional fields that you can get involved in at the Rowan Community College. So we are very happy to work in conjunction with them in partnership, collaboration, to help you find a career that's right for you. The Rowan Community College Training and Job Development, Career Development Program. All right, next, one of the things, and so why is this necessary? Because everything is about leverage, everything. So we're having a freestyle financial conversation this morning. So when we talk about leverage, the jobs program is leverage, right? When you talk about the Black Leadership Breakfast, you go and you network and you leverage relationships, collaborations, and cooperation. All of that is necessary to move us forward in the direction that we have determined that we choose to go, all right? So one of the things that's really powerful about being able to leverage, I'm going to use that word a lot today, leverage relationships, leverage money, right? Leverage locations, leverage relationships, all right? And that's all about collaboration, is that when we're doing this radio show, because I got to make it real about what we're really doing right here and how it all comes about. And why is that necessary? Because it's what's happening in between in terms of how we create this, who we create it with, that the learning takes place, So this is the model. So you could do your own show, you can have your own business and all of those things, and you can show up and be the celebrity and you're the personality and you're making everything happen, the mover and the shaker, right? But what's happening in the background? What's happening? How did you get here? So what does that mean? What am I talking about? We're here at the East Square Artworks Gallery in Salisbury, North Carolina, and we talk about leverage. We're able to utilize their space and bring you beautiful, beautiful artwork, creativity, right? And inspiration. That's what art really is about, inspiration. And why from an art gallery? Because in the way that I look at things, philosophy, art is time, not money is time, right? Or time is money. No, time is art. Time is how creative are you. Time is how you utilize your design skills, and everybody has them. Whether it's how you arrange your flowers on the table or how you color coordinate your sneakers and your shoestrings, okay? Everybody has some of that. And moving forward, we get to be the creators and designers of our lives by leveraging everyone, everything around us and creating a beautiful tapestry, right? Tapestry of fabric of how it is that we intertwine our lives, our businesses, our money matters, which means how we make transactions. So I encourage you to come and be inspired at the East Square Artworks Gallery, and it's located at 120 East Inner Street in Salisbury, North Carolina. I know, best kept secret, I'm telling you, you gotta get here. And Whitney Peckman, who is a painter and sculptor, her works are on display here, as well as Saeed Ahmed, and it's just beautiful, I can't tell you how wonderful the experience is and has been being in relationship. There's artwork, there's beads, there's jewelry, all here for your ability to come and partake of the beauty of it, okay? So what about Wealth Flow Friday. What about Wealth Flow Friday? So have you heard that time is money? Is that one of the rules? Right? Do you know what a rule is? A rule is a bullshit rule. Okay? It's one of those rules that is not really true. Like a penny saved is a penny earned. That is a lie. A penny saved is not a penny earned. Okay? So just being clear that there is a lot of things that we've been told that just are not true. Time is not money. Money is not time. And we've all heard that before. So we say, well, I have to go to work and put some time in order to get money. Well, that's one way to do it, but that doesn't make time the organic sense of what time really is, like how it's moving in the universe time, right? That doesn't have anything to do with any money. And when you live your life in a construct where you believe that time is money, then it keeps you on a treadmill. It keeps you always chasing after the dollar in the time of your life that you have, right? Life is time. Time is life. It's the breaths that you take and the time that you're able to be here. So what are you going to do about that? Are you going to spend your whole life running and chasing after money because you think time is money? Or how about there's the ability for you to be able to put money away and grow money, let it grow, right? Leverage time, rather than let other people leverage your life for their time to build their wealth. Okay, did you get that? All right, time is not money. It's all in how you leverage your life. Leverage your life. So are you going to leverage your life, or are you going to let someone else leverage your life? And for the masses, somebody else is leveraging your life, leveraging your time, because we have not yet learned how to do it for ourselves. I know, my mic is going crazy here. So that's other stuff. That's some of the other background stuff that happens when you're dealing with the technology, and it's all good, all right? So have you heard that time is money? So I'm here to tell you that that is not a truth. That is not a truth. And if you believe that, ask yourself, what is the spirit of that belief system? And we're talking about money. What is the spirit of the belief system? The spirit of money. Okay? And where did that come from? Who taught you that? And who taught them that and taught them that? Where did that come from? In the industrial age, they created the clock where you punch in, right, your time clock, so that they could leverage your lifetime. Leverage your lifetime to build wealth. So that doesn't make time money. That just means that somebody figured out how to have everybody else working for them while they took the funds and put it someplace else that grew it into millions and billions of dollars, which you can do too. And that's why we're having this conversation. So what if time is not money? That's what I'm leading to here. So what if time is not money? If you venture into the time shift with me, if you venture into the time shift with me, I'm going to talk to you about the spirit of money and how it's been co-opted, right? How this whole idea about having to be somewhere every day at 9 o'clock or whatever your shift is, 8 to 4, 9 to 5, whatever that looks like for you, in order for you to make a living. That somebody else has to be tied to that. Say, well, I got to have a job. Well, I'm not saying that you don't have to work for what you want to work for, right? And when I say what you want to work for, not who you want to work for, what's your why, where are you, what are you doing with the money, what is your goals and your dreams, how much legacy are you going to put away, all those types of things. I just want to change your mindset a little bit so that you recognize that you have some choices. And that's really what this is about. And so there's this time shift that's actually happening. And let me just pause right here to say that this is a metaphysical conversation, because money is energy, way more than it is about money being time. It's an energy current, right? And you can draw it or you can repel it. And your ability to do both is happening all the time, at all times, right? So there's a time shift that is taking place. And if you're not aware of that, just stop for a moment and think about how much information we compress and decompress on a daily basis compared to how much it was 10, even maybe 20 years ago. Okay? We're in the information age, having come out of the industrialized age, where everything was about mechanical machinery, right? Making cars and textile mills and all those kinds of things. We've moved away from that into a technological age, which makes it feel like time is accelerated. Nobody has enough time to get everything done, because everything can happen so fast, and just moving everything at an accelerated pace. And so in the 3D world, where everything is about materialism, and that's where that comes from, where people say that time is money, because it's built on a materialistic mindset. We're moving in a time shift from 3D, when I say 3D, from the third dimension to the fourth and fifth dimension. This is what's happening on the planet. This doesn't have anything to do with us as a species on the planet or any other animal. It has to do with how the planet is moving through through space in its own orbit in relationship to other planets. You say, well, wow, how do we get out in space? And we're talking about how money works. Well, since the time frequency is changing, everything in our consciousness is changing. So I'm having a conversation with you, a financial freestyle conversation with you, right, about what's really happening in consciousness and how people are creating their own jobs and making their own way. And people don't have to go to offices anymore to work. They can work on their cell phones. They can work on their laptops, their iPads. And the whole construct of what work looks like has changed, is changing, because of the way that time is seemingly accelerated, all right, by the amount of information that's available to us to compress and decompress every day. So suppose time is art, right? So I talked about us being here at E Square Artworks. Suppose time is art. I've seen the artists that are here, Whitney and Saeed, use their time and as creative designer beings, producing beautiful artwork, taking time and turning it into art. Now, is the art for sale? Sure. But did they trade their time for money? No. They produced artwork that they're trading for money. It's a big difference in that. Big difference in that. Because their lifetime remains their own. Their lifetime remains their own. Time is creativity. Time is breath. Right? Time is breath. So when we have our webinars, our Breathe Money webinars, it's because we are recognizing that the shift is happening and that our breath is the most important thing. And if you wake up in the morning, hit the floor and do what you have to do and then run out the door and running someplace else, your life is for somebody else. You're living your life for somebody else. You've bought into the whole notion that time is money, and time is creativity, time is art, time is breath, time is life. All right? So what if the universe says yes to our request for money and wealth? What if the universe says yes? Suppose it's happening and it's not really because you go to work every day, but it's really because you took advantage of an opportunity. Maybe you had a prayer, you wanted a work opportunity, and it happened. How many times have you noticed synchronicities? How many times have you noticed coincidences? All right? Or when you when you move yourself outside of a construct that is artificial, okay, which this whole live your life by a calendar clock is artificial because it's not in sync with anything else in the universe, not even the animals, the trees, the flowers, and the bees. Okay, it's not in sync with any of that. It's an artificial construct that we're living in, as well as money is an artificial construct. And as long as we continue to not even think about it, we just do it by rote, right? Which means we're in a rut. We just do it because we've been taught to do it that way, and we think that's all there is. I'm here to tell you that there's something else going on. As a matter of fact, there's a lot more going on than we've been taught. A lot more. Okay, and I'm going to share some more about what that looks like, because today in this financial freestyle is really about me expanding your mind. Because on Mondays, when we do the money matrix flow, on Mondays, that's when we get into the workbook, and we talk about all of the techniques and how money works and where you can put it and how you can grow it at 15% and how you can put it in a PRA account and how you can do land banking and all those kinds of things. That's our Monday show. Friday is really about expanding your consciousness, and that's why I'm having this conversation with you. So with that, I'm going to take a drink of water, and give me a second here. I'm so thankful and grateful. So again, we're here at E Square Artworks, 120 East Ennis Street in Salisbury, North Carolina. You do your soul a favor by coming by here and exploring what's available and take home some of this beautiful artwork. Also, the show today is sponsored by High Point Automotive, online car buying service. You go online, you pick out your car, you call, and the representative will help you choose a car that's right for you. And if you've got dings on your credit, doesn't matter. We're here to help you with that. High Point Automotive. You can call the same number, and we'll direct your calls. The number to call in High Point Automotive is 224-325-4649. 224-325-4649. Again, the Black Leadership Breakfast is one of our major sponsors for this radio show, as well as Rowan Cabarrus Community College and their job training and career development program, where they're offering scholarships for training and also job placement. So we're talking about expanding your consciousness. Is time money? What is time? Why are you trading your life for money at the end of the week, or the end of every 2 weeks, or the end of the once a month, whenever that looks like? Why are you doing that? Who taught you to do that? Is that the only way? And I'm sharing with you, no, that's not the only way. And we're talking about leveraging your own time rather than allowing someone else to be leveraging your time. And then you say, well, I got to go to work every day. How am I going to make a living, right? And so I'm not saying that you don't participate in the commerce, but there are other ways to do it rather than you spending 20, 30, 40 years chasing the dollar, right? And why is it necessary to talk about this? Because statistics say that after retirement, African American women make up 40% of those in poverty. African American women make up 40% of the population of people in poverty after retirement. After you spent 20, 30, 40 years every single day chasing the dollar, you still end up not where you really wanted to be when you started out. So is that really about the money? Is it really about what you're doing? No, it's not. It's about the consciousness, and that there's a shift happening. And it's been available to you the whole time, but now it's people becoming more and more conscious, and we see it everywhere, because you don't have to go to a job to make to the office every day. You can work from home, right? You can work from your laptop, your cell phone. You can get business done. Businesses are no longer the quote-unquote brick and mortar. A lot of them, they're online platforms, right? They're blogs, they're whatever they are, and with regard to technology, where you can still make the transaction. So this is still about money. Also, when you recognize that the universe says yes, so if you say that I have to have a job in order to make money, then the universe says yes. And so here's a job that you feel like you have to have in order to make money. If you say to the universe that I want to rather have a business, I'd rather do art, I'd rather sing or dance, or I'd rather be whatever it is that is creative in my life in order to make a living, right? In order to make a living. The universe says yes. The universe says yes to our requests for money and wealth, but only if we are willing to breathe in a new consciousness and to learn a new model of reality, a new way to look at and feel the spirit, okay? Feel the spirit of money as currency, and have a new system for a wealthy living. Have a new system for a wealthy living. So I know that this is really a strange conversation. I get it. I get that. And it's strange because it is really about expanding your consciousness into thinking about money differently, thinking about how you spend your time differently, thinking about how you attract, right, abundance and wealth into your life, thinking about it differently. So I'm gonna bring it back, because I took you way out to the universe. I took you way out to what's happening on the planet. I took you way out to the shift in consciousness, right? So let me bring it back in a little bit. Let me bring it back in and tell you also that the universe says yes, you can legally not pay taxes. Yes, you can. Yes, you can be your own bank. That's new, right? Yes, you can be your own bank. Yes, you can own your own business. Yes, you can. And yes, you can prosper. Yes, you can build wealth. Yes, you can leave a legacy. The universe says yes. The question is, are you asking the right questions? Right? Are you asking a powerful question that will move your life in the way that you want it to go, by the universe opening opportunity to you that you don't even know is available, that you're not even aware of, right? That the universe can can create doors where before there were only walls in your life. So that's why we're talking about an expanded consciousness and an expanded ability to leverage. Leverage what? Leverage tools that help you to not pay taxes legally. Legally not pay taxes. Well, what is that? It's a private reserve account, right? You leverage a tool. That's what wealthy people do, leverage a tool. They leverage you as a tool to come to work every day to build their wealth, and they take that wealth and they put it in another tool that grows their money so that they don't ever have to show up at the office, okay? And so you can do the same thing too. Yes, the universe says yes. It's just a matter of, can you move your mindset? Can you change how you think about money? How you think about how it has to come to you? Can you change that by knowing something greater? By knowing something more expansive? By knowing something more universal? By knowing something more grounded in the spirit? By knowing something that is more your God-given birthright? Yeah, like more than having a job. Bigger picture,